It's the Martini Shot with your host, Selena. Today's guests, Brandon Colby Cook and Michael Parkerson. From the new web series, Soldiers of the Apocalypse.
Welcome to the Martini Shot with Brandon Colby Cook and Mike Parkerson.
Yes.
Of the Soldiers of the Apocalypse. So this is you guys' online web series. Why don't you tell me about it?
Well, Mike and I, we've known each other since we were like 10 years old, and back when we were kids, we basically that's when this started. One year, I was actually just kind of like I wanted to do something, so I started writing a film for this Soldiers of the Apocalypse. Was this
like 1 year when you're a kid, or 1 year recently?
No, this is like I don't know,
5 years ago.
Five years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
So I just kind of sat down, and it started out as a short film. I was just going to write a short film, and I was going to shoot it and just try it out. And then I did so much work on it that it ended up being a feature. And everyone's like, I showed some people, like, yeah, turn this thing into a feature. There's too much here. And then, which we did, and I ended up shooting this little trailer for it. And Mike came and helped on it, and he did all the stunt work and made sure the actors could, basically get beaten up and not get hurt and whatever.
Important.
Yeah,
it's important.
Totally over my head, but he does a lot of that. Actually, he does a lot of the choreography of people getting shot, or if they get punched or whatever. He works all that stuff out.
Fun.
It's the fun part.
Yeah,
it's the easy part.
Yeah, Mike actually has he's been doing like a lot of acro and like stunt training and stuff like that for like many years, so he's pretty experienced with that stuff. He works with a lot of stunt people in Vancouver.
Really?
Yeah. So he's the guy for that.
And you guys together write, produce, and direct together, but you also are a lead in it.
Well, Mike and I start splitting up jobs. We write everything together. We like 50-50 on everything. We created everything together. Every concept and every idea. It's a totally unique idea.
What is the story? Because it looks, I've seen the trailer, and it looks gorgeous, and it's amazing, and it's real, guys.
Yeah.
What is the story? Because it's kind of, I'm already scared just from the trailer.
Okay, well, basically, I don't know. The best way to describe it is it follows four soldiers, which in the story, which happens is these soldiers have been raised since birth to be these soldiers of the apocalypse. And there's many other soldiers, but we just follow these four. And they're stopping an impending apocalypse that's going to occur in the world. No one really knows how this apocalypse is going to happen. It's just that in history and biblically, even in the story, we back it up. It's like we go mythology and philosophy and everything about the apocalypse is this big thing. And so these soldiers' sole purpose in the world is to stop this apocalypse from happening.
The big thing, like with these soldiers, is that they do whatever the company wants, right? They don't actually know how they're saving the world. They just know that they were told to do this, and they just follow orders. And what makes our soldiers special is they start to question that. Especially one of the soldiers starts to question that. So that brings on this whole thing where they wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes against everything they've ever believed. So it's a very personal struggle to try and get through something like that.
Yeah, and that's the hook, right? Is that
totally.
you go on that personal journey with the soldiers,
exactly.
right? But why don't you tell me about the making side of it and the stunts and everything, while Brandon mixes our martini. And what is the name of our martini today?
It's called a teeny apocalypse.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably about good.
Yeah?
Maybe a little more. Okay.
The whole bottle.
Now we got the champagne.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the good stuff. Baby duck. No.
All right. Put the lid on.
All right.
You got a cap for that? Maybe I'll just put my hand over. Let's see. Hopefully I don't get this all over everybody.
All right.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
All right.
You okay?
Okay. Got a little on my hand. That's okay.
Nice.
All right. Garnish. Just throw it in there.
Throw it in there.
Garnish.
This might not be enough for all of us. But
Really? Okay.
we'll give it a little half shots.
It is 2 a.m.
Well, cheers.
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 I like
that's
it.
gorgeous, man.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you guys film?
We
All over the place.
Yeah.
We filmed, in day one, we filmed out in Port Moody. And we found this heritage area. We couldn't have asked for a better place. It really just, we were so worried about finding a location that we could pull everything together, and this one just had everything within walking distance.
Yeah.
So that was very exciting for us.
Whose career do you sort of follow or model yourselves after, maybe?
I hope for George Lucas.
Yes.
I mean, the man's brilliant. Say what you will about him, he's brilliant, and that's just the way it is. So to even be put in the same sentence would be pretty awesome, I think.
I think George Lucas, with his kind of like, his backstory and the way he's kind of created this universe, and action figures and video games and comic books and everything, right? And that's kind of, we're definitely doing that, but it has maybe a little bit more of a, George Lucas kind of has a style, but I think almost like it's kind of like Martin Scorsese or something like that, where there's kind of like a bit of an edge, like a bit of a kick, and a bit more of that harder realism, which Star Wars and that doesn't really have, So ours kind of, it isn't as light as that, like that's ours kind of takes a little bit of a darker turn, I think.
So you guys are having a big launch party coming up, right?
May 13th. It's Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
If they want more information on the show, where should they go?
Well, the first place to go is
S.O.T.A.series.com.
Yeah.
S.O.T.A.series.com.
That's our website. You can check out our Facebook page from there. You can follow us on Twitter.
Well, Mike and Brandon, thanks so much for coming to the Martini
Yeah.
Shot and talking about your show, See and Film.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the party.
Cheers.
See you at the party.
At the party.
Yeah.
For the Martini Shot, this is Selena Lohan. Thank you. It's 4 a.m. Oh my God.